Good morning, traders. This is Perry Wilkie with StartupTrading.com. It is Thursday, April 22nd, 2021, 8:51 a.m. if I didn't already say that. So my question yesterday was, how close to 38.50 can the ES get? The answer so far is 41.10 half. So that 41.10 half really comes from the swing low from the 23rd of March up till the high of the 19th last Friday. So this is the 21.4% retracement, which we usually don't pay a lot of attention to, right? That was at 41.10.69. So, 41.10.50 right there. This is usually, when you see this happen, this can be a frustration pattern, right? So we went from basically from here, right, up to here. What will usually happen is we got a bounce here, right? There are some traders that are already looking for us to go up here, which would be 42.64 basically, 42.63 right in that area. What normally happens is we fail again just under here, which will be the all-time high at 41.8350. We come back down to here on this line. We sit here and hold it, and then we break down again. We sit here, hold this, bounce up to this line, and we just start doing this pattern and stair stepping down, and the 61.8 doesn't even hold, and we have to go back and look for another draw. This is what I call the frustration pattern. So the key signs will be today, right, and tomorrow, right? Do we take out this all-time high at 41.8350, right? And do we start making another incremental high? Until this 42.63 is hit, right, we can just keep dragging that anchor up to another high because we haven't hit the 38.2 yet. But this could end up being the frustration pattern, right? We have a huge engulfing green candle, right? We had basically 3 days down from the opening bell, right? Even though Friday was higher, it traded lower from the opening bell, and then lower on Monday, lower on Tuesday, engulfing bullish candle on Wednesday, right? Everyone thinks that means that this is going to get reversed and out. So really play the tape that you have, right? If you were using the equity profiles yesterday, right off the bell, if you were using the overnight value areas, and I'll bring those up real quick, and they were the picture on the video. But what happened immediately, right, after the opening bell yesterday was we set up here, right? If you're looking at this, these are the overnight value area grids that I send out in the morning, right after the overnight can be calculated right at the opening bell. So as soon as we crossed over this line, right, as soon as we went over here, right, none of them looked back into the overnight value area, and the short squeeze was on, right, for all of them. So all we've done so far is move away from that 41.10 half. Whether we make it up to all-time highs or not remains to be seen. Remember, the big boys don't report until next week. You've got on the calendar for next week, you've got Tesla on Monday, Google and Microsoft on Tuesday, Apple, Facebook on Wednesday, and Amazon on Thursday. Now, we could end up getting a little bit of a front run on that, but we'll see. But my caution is don't be too overly zealous on yesterday's action. That's the moral of where we're at right now. Looking at the longer time frames, all we've done after testing a little bit lower support, right, and that support can come from many different areas. We just look at that retracement draw on the ES. We see we come into basic support for the NASDAQ at 7:30. We see that we come down into those 66 to 75s on the Russell. We see we tested that 4120 on the ES, and we come down here and we tested 33,663 and got a little bit under that, right? We went all the way down basically to 575 around and then bounced up. But if you look at it, all we did was get back to where we were before we broke down, right? So this should have flushed out the weak hands, is what most traders are going to think. We're going to start rocketing up. Remember, it was just last Friday, all-time high for everyone except for the Russell. So it is still on the table that we go up to the high. Just be cautious that we've entered into the potential for the frustration pattern. Looking at Tesla, it's still just sitting here dancing around this retracement. It Pierce at 61.8 coming off that 640 low to the swing high. I'm not going to put too much weight into here. Again, they report on Monday, so we'll see what happens with them. I think there's going to be a gap on the chart. We're either going to gap down or gap up, right? So looking at the overnight action, a whopping 13.5 points. If we look at our level 4s, we could go above the 4,200 for sure today as a potential, right? Up to that 42.63, which is the target of that little draw. I don't think we're really going to see that much action to the upside. And we could go down all the way to 40.65. That door is still open to the downside. Looking at all the indexes with the overnight, basically we haven't pulled back anywhere. We have single prints on all these indexes, right? I would honestly expect these single prints to get repaired today, meaning that we're going to trade to them or through them. Those are below. For the Dow, that's going to be 33,926 to 33,932. For the ES, I'm just going to pick on this lower one. This is going to be from 45 quarter to 45.75, so basically the 45s would trade. For the NASDAQ, this is going to be 821 half to 832.75, and for the Russell, you've got 2203.3 and to 2206.6. So if we stay above these areas I just mentioned, right, that is bullish. But we're going to have to take out yesterday's high, keep going, and remember that all-time high for the ES is just slightly above, and the same for the Dow and the NASDAQ. You guys have a great day. We'll watch that overnight value area again this morning, and we'll see if we get some indications this morning. I would expect us, if we do slightly bullish, right, I don't expect that all-time high to get taken out tonight. If it does, it'll be a surprise to the upside. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.